Hello and welcome to Tuesday's edition of Cracking the Cryptic, where do not adjust your screens. This is yesterday's puzzle on screen at the moment, which is a fantastic puzzle called The No Nine Line by Timpanist. We called the video something like the Ninth Symphony, and that's how good this is. But it's not the puzzle I'm going to be doing today. The puzzle I'm going to be doing today, I don't know what it is, but Mark has sent me an email asking me to open it live on screen because he says that when he first looked at this puzzle, he was clueless about how to start it. But it is definitely one of the most extraordinary puzzles of recent years. So that's quite a thing, isn't it? So let's paste in the Sudoku pad link and see what we've got to do. Forcing by Kaktuslav. Oh, okay. So it's chaos, is it? It's 9 by 9. 9 by 9 chaos construction. You see, we've got no 3 by 3 boxes drawn in the grid, and not the longest rule set ever. Let's read the rules together and see what Kaktuslav has in store. So we've got to divide the grid into 9 non-overlapping regions, each consisting of 9 orthogonally connected cells. So that means that the regions are going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that could be a region in the puzzle. Place the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, column and region. That's normal sort of chaos rules. In each region, place a circle in the leftmost cell of its topmost row. So if that was a region, we'd place a circle here. I think I can do that. There we go, I've done it. Every circle digit counts how many cells in its own region, including itself, are visible in its column. Region borders block the view. The 9 circled cells together form an extra region, i.e. they are orthogonally connected and contain the digits 1 to 9 once each. What? That is genuinely extraordinary. So that is not enough information. Surely that can't have that's amazing. Okay, I'm not going to try to think too hard about that. I'm very surprised. So you just hang on. You put a circle in the top left of a region. That says how many cells it sees in its own region in its column before another region border blocks the view. I don't understand the last part of the rules. The 9 circled cells form an extra regions and are orthogonally connected. Orthogonally connected means shares an edge with each other. So somehow you can fill in. So all 9 circled digits are close enough together that they can form an orthogonally connected region, yet also far enough apart that they can capture within 9 cells of themselves every digit in the puzzle, every cell in the puzzle. That feels like it's impossible, because it's only looking at the top left ones. I don't understand. That's absolutely remarkable. I don't understand it, and I echo Mark's thoughts actually. But I'm very excited to have a go at it. I'm going to have a go at it momentarily. I just want to mention a couple of things. Blueprints. We did go back to the blueprint. Actually, I've got a few things to mention. Blueprints Mansion. We went back last night for something like the 31st time. We were on day 52 or something. We had fun again. I won't spoil it, but if you haven't caught up with our adventures last night, I'll try and remember to put a link to the VOD on the screen. You can check out how we got on. No doubt we'll be back there next Monday. Minute Cryptic today. I've just recorded my solve of Minute Cryptic. What? Anyway, you can watch that video tomorrow if you've been following the new series, which someone suggested we should call Cracking the Minute Cryptic, which is, of course, much more sensible given the name of the channel. So I think we might have to adopt that. And the other thing, okay, over on Patreon, we've got our monthly competition running. So let's just quickly go over and see where we are with Duality 3. So 145 was the total. So we're nearly at 1,600 solves of the first puzzle and a 172 for solving all 19. Phenomenal work to everybody involved. That is brilliant. Still got loads of time. We're only halfway through the competition. It closes on the 20th. Chance to win the opportunity to come onto the channel and solve a puzzle, which might interest some of you. I hope so. And let me just check the recording. The recording's fine. Recording's working, no problem at all. And I've just got one birthday to do today as well. So I'm going to say a very happy 21st birthday to Nora. Nora, your friend Otter wrote to me and said that, she found out, I think, that you originally watched the channel during a sleepover when you put a video on. And Otter describes you, Nora, as a brilliant solver and super quick solver as well, but also as a great person and an even greater friend. And she's sorry she can't be with you today, but she hopes you get this message. So a very nice message to somebody who sounds like a very nice person. Nora, many happy returns. I hope that you get some chocolate cake today, and I hope it is exceptionally well iced. And that's all the news. Right, now we're going to have a go at this puzzle. I've done the rules already, so do have a go. The way to play, as usual, is to click the link under the video. But now I get to play. Let's get cracking. Kaktuslav is a genius. We've seen short rule sets before for miracle Sudokus where the boxes are given. I've never seen a completely blank grid where the regions are somehow going to get built. So hang on. So every if you had a region like that, you'd go to the top left cell. The circle's irrelevant. We just have to remember it's the top left cell. So that would be a 3, because it sees 3 cells beneath it before there's a region border. And then that 3 has to be connected to the other circles, which would have to be in one of those 2 positions, or both of those 2 positions. Oh, and if it was that one, that would have to be a 1, wouldn't it? Because it would see an immediate region border beneath it. And if it was that one, it could be anything. Well, in this position, 1, 2, 3, 4, it could be a 7. So I don't know, my gut reaction is just wrong here. I thought it was going to be something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 across the top when I read the instructions, but because it feels like you've got to span enough geometry of the grid, but it can't be that because the 1 couldn't go anywhere. Sorry, I'm probably not making sense, but I can visualize in my head that if I did that, this 1 would be wrong because there'd be a region here. So I was thinking that these were all circles, just to explain what I meant. So these were all in different regions, yet the 1 would be saying that beneath it only saw 1 cell. So it wouldn't be able to grow at all. It would be a 1-cell region, and that's not what we're doing here. We're building 9-cell regions. But every no, that's not true. What I was about to say is not true. I was about to say every digit in the top row. Every digit in the top row has the opportunity to be the leftmost cell. Because it's definitely going to be the top. It's going to be at the top of the region, isn't it? Let me just check the rule. Yeah, topmost row. So every digit in this row is in its topmost row. And every digit, so say that was a bit of a region. This cell would definitely be the top left. I mean, that cell's definitely the top left of some region, isn't it? So maybe that's where I start. Let me just think about that cell. So that cell is... I don't know what it is. I mean, it could be a 9. If you put 9 in there, then that's just... I suppose if it was a 9, it's not really changing the nature of the problem, is it? Because then you've got to think about that cell and try and work out how that one works. Because a 9 would just be saying that's a region. And then this one would have the same issue as that one did. It's now the de facto top left cell of the grid. Because we've in effect hived off column 1, and we're going to start the logic here. So if say that was a 5, what would that mean? That would mean that you'd have a 5 region there. But that region has to grow somewhere into, because it's not a size 9. So if that was a 5, in at least one of these positions... Oh, I see. Yes, it can't... Right. So if this was a 5... it doesn't work. I see. That's weird. Right. Okay, I'm going to go back to this cell. I'm just going to think, in fact, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to just, let me outline my grid. Sorry, this isn't logical, but it makes me feel happier. There we go. Now, I'm just going to think about this cell. That's clearly the top left cell of whatever region it's part of. And what I was considering is, could that be a 5? So let's put 5 in. And I don't think it can be, but for a weird reason. So if this is a 5, we now know that this 5 is part of an orthogonally connected 9-cell sequence in the grid of top left-hand cells for all 9 regions in the puzzle. So we know that this cell is not part of the 5's region. This was the thing I'd not understood. Now, that's tricky, I think, because the maximum size of this digit is 4, I think. Because imagine it was bigger than the 5 on its left. Imagine this was 6. Then it's saying it's seeing 6 in its column. But now the 5 can't grow. It can't grow anywhere. It's only seeing 5 in the column, and there's no space for it to grow to the right. So this digit couldn't be 6. This digit must be a maximum of 4 to allow the 5 to grow. But that logic is then we're just going to propagate until we hit the number 2 and the number 1. And the number 1 is going to break the orthogonal sequence. This is hard to explain, but I can see it. So what do I mean it's going to break the orthogonal sequence? What I mean is that when you hit the number 1 in this sequence, which you will have to do eventually, that number 1... But hang on, what does this mean though? Now I'm very confused because I think I'm disproving every number from the top left. I haven't... hang on. Maybe it's got to be 9, 8, 7... No, but then the 1 will break the other way. I don't understand. I think the top left cell might have to be a 1 or a 9. I don't see how it can be anything else. I can definitely see this breaks. Let me just explain why. So we could put 3 here. That's the highest digit we could put in. Just to be clear, we could put 2 here. That's the highest. Whoopsie. That's the highest digit we could put in. If we put 6, the 3 can't grow. So let's just complete this logical deduction. You'll see what I mean. Now this 1 is supposed to attach orthogonally to a circle, to the top left cell of another region. But this 2 has only one space to grow in. It's got to grow there. And this 1 now, it can't. Well, it has to grow this way. But if it grows this way, how are we continuing the sequence of top left digits? You can't do it. So I think maybe this has to be a 9. Because if I put 8 here, again, I'm just going to go 8, 7. The best I'll do is 8, 7, 6. And you might say, but you could miss out digits. Well, you can't. You'll just run into the problem earlier. I mean, if you make this 2, for example, you're just going to run into the same problem, aren't you? Now, what do you put here? The 2 can't extend down here. So whatever you put here can't block off the 2 going anywhere horizontally. So it has to be a 1. And then the sequence will finish. So I think that this, but the problem I foresee here is I'm going to say that this is a 9, and then I'm going to have exactly the same problem with this cell. So, I'm not sure about 1 here either, actually. If it's 2, it's the same problem that we've just identified. So this is 1 or 9. Why is my brain not able to see which of those is correct? Maybe 1 has a different property if it's actually in the corner. So the 1, if you had 1 in the corner, what are you saying? You're saying that this digit now. Oh, no, it's going to propagate. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, my goodness me. Oh, that's sick. That is absolutely sick. It doesn't work. You can't put 9 in the grid. You're going to... Oh, this... Okay. I don't think it works. I think you're going to staircase. I might be wrong, but what I'm envisaging here is a situation where this 1 keeps getting pushed to the right, and this digit can't be 9, and you're going to get the same problem that I just outlined in row 1, but here instead. So you could go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, for example, but in the end, you're going to come up to a problem, because you're going to need a 1, and you're going to be forced to write a 9, and the 9 will be broken. Okay, I think that's what's going to happen, but let's just work through this. So now this 1 has to connect to a top left cell that isn't in its own region. That's this digit, isn't it? And then we can put any number we like in there in theory, but except 9. So the highest we could put in is 8. Let's put 8 in, just to try and be efficient. So we'd get a region that starts to look like this. But now we know that this 8, the only way we can connect an orthogonal sequence of top left cells, this 1 can't see another top left cell because this is in its own region. So it's going to be this 8 seeing this digit, which is the top left cell of a new region. Now again, what are we putting in here? We can't put 9, there aren't 9 cells. If we put, we're going to have to leave space for the 8 to grow into one of these cells. So the maximum digit we can put there is 7. But what's going to happen to the blue region? It's going to grow. And the 7 is going to be like this, and you're going to get this staircase. Now the way to continue the 1, 8, 7 sequence is going to be to put in a 6 here. That's the best we could do. That's going to force this down. And can you see what's happening? The 1 region is just going to get pushed along the top of the grid. And eventually, here, we're going to have the requirement to write 9 in. And you're not going to be able to do it. So it's going to go 5, 4, 3, 2. All of these will be blue. This will be blue because the blue region needs to reach 9 cells long. All of these are different region sizes. I've run out of colours, have I? I should have one colour left. Ah, yes, that one. Okay, so we can... And this is the best you'll do, again. This is the most efficient you could be. These numbers could have been smaller, but then you'll get to the 2 problem more quickly. So now you can see this 2 has to attach to a 9. That has to have 9 cells beneath it. Well, that's just not going to work, is it? The 2 is meant to see 2 beneath it. So the 9 is going to have to be here. And you're just absolutely broken. So it is... What this means is that it is 9. The thing I haven't worked out yet, I'm now very sure it is 9 in the top of the grid, but something must change. let's fill in the 9. That's correct, because it's almost like a Sherlock Holmesian deduction, where when you've eliminated the impossible, you're left with the very improbable, but that must be what's correct because it's the only thing that can be. And now we know this digit is a circle. Let's make that a circle. So this digit is now a circle. Let's make it yellow. Now, you see, so hang on, I'm having a lot of difficulty convincing myself this can't be anything except maybe 1. If it's 1, oh, the geometry bends. Oh, this is just ridiculous setting. God, I've got tears in my eyes. It's ridiculously beautiful how this works. I can now dimly see it. The thing that we've just done is helpful to me seeing it, because what's going to happen here is that this region is going to be a 9-cell region that's going to bend like that, and that is a 1. And then here, you can do the 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 thing. And then, then the 2's going to do a wibble. Ah, can you see it? You can see it, I think. Now, why am I unhappy with putting anything other than 1 in the yellow cell? It's because we're going to run into the same problem again. Say this was 5. That's going to be a region. Then the best we'll do there is a 4. The best we'll do there is a 2. The best we'll do there... Sorry, a best we'll do there is a 3. The best we'll do there is a 2. The best we'll do here is a 1. The 2 is going to have to bend round, and the 1 is going to stop. You can't put anything into this cell. It needs to be the top left of a sequence, yet the 1 region can't grow. It's the same point. So the only digit that's remotely possible to put in here is 1. And this is going to create the catalogue of logical deductions that we were just considering with this cell instead. But it's different now. It's different because now the 1 effectively it can escape and bend round the corner, and because you don't need to put the 9 in, you only need an 8 now. It can work. Let me show you what I mean. So the 1 is saying that it only sees 1 cell beneath it. So obviously this is now the 1 region starting to grow, and we're going to have to decide on a digit here. And again, what we mustn't do is to get ourselves into a pickle here by having the digit on the right of this digit being higher. So if, for example, we said, oh, well, we could put 7 in here, eventually you're going to have to put 8. And the moment you do that, the 7 region would get trapped in by the 8 on its right. So you can never do that. You need to make sure this digit is bigger than this one. So how's the best way to do that? We're going to put the 8 in. That's going to make a region. Well, a bit of a region. Now this digit, again, we've got to make sure that we've got to continue this sequence, you can see. To make an orthogonal sequence, we're going to be looking at this digit next. So this is a circle, this is a circle. let's make this, I don't know, what colour would be beautiful? Red, maybe. And again, we're going to try and maintain our principles. We're going to just reduce this by 1 so that we give ourselves maximum room and we don't get ourselves into a pickle by having to put the 7 on the right of a lower digit at some stage. So what's going to happen here, I'm sure you've all seen it already, what's going to happen is this yellow region is going to come right across the top of the grid as we go 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And can you see what happens there? It is just incredible that someone has had this thought. Because that one region can now bend round the grid here. And can you see? Oh, no. Bad Simon, naughty Simon. We're not doing that. I don't want 2 purples. I don't need to repeat colours. I do need to do, orange. I've not used orange. And so now, because the meaning of the circle digits is how many digits are seen in each column, we're going to get this pattern. And can you see what's going to happen? It's going to work, isn't it? That's going to be green, competing the green. This is going to poke out here. This is going to poke out here. This is going to poke out here. This is going to, so it's sort of going to run up the grid. Now we're going to have to come back down the other way like this. And it's just going to work. It's just going to work. Now this orange still has to grow. That's got to grow. That's got to grow. That's got to grow. And everything's going to be sort of like a slightly offset thingy. And you're going to arrive at this position. And presumably this is solvable somehow as a Sudoku. Okay, now that might be... Well, okay, I can put 9 into the yellow region. No. This is going to be quick now. Because now, where's 9 in orange? Okay, I'm going to put it there. Where's 9 now in that one there? 9's just going to go down there, aren't they? Like that. And now, okay, and now I can put 1 into the green region, the 8 region, by Sudoku. And now I've got to put it in the red region, and now the 1s are going to bounce back up there like that. I am absolutely lost for words here. Might as well put 1 here. I see it's just going to be a cycle, isn't it? It's just going to be a cycle. Where's 2 in the sort of that region, the dark blue region. Now where's 2 in this region? 2's are going to go like that, and now 2 in the top row has to go here. I don't believe it. It's amazing, isn't it? Now you can do this, just where's 3 in column 8? It can't repeat in that region, so the 3's, whoopsie. The puzzle is finished. Effectively, all the logic we have extracted from it. And you're going to get this pattern just to finish it off. With the 5's. I think the 4's probably have to poke out at the bottom somewhere. It's cycling, isn't it? So if we ask where 3 goes in orange, it's going to go oh wow, that's 3 in the corner, that's 3 in the spotlight, losing its religion. And then the 4's are going to have to go in those positions. And then the 5's are coming around here, so the 5's are going to drop in there. The 6's are going to drop in here. I can't do this quickly enough, really, but I think we're there, aren't we? Oh, whoopsie. 8's. It's just cycling round. Ah, whoopsie. Boom. 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 That is extraordinary. That is one of the... Well, Mark's totally right. What did Mark say? No, it's over here. What were his words? Yeah, one of the most extraordinary puzzles of recent years. Well, you're right, Mark. That is one of the most extraordinary puzzles of recent years. That is That's absolutely incredible. To have that is a discovery. It exists in nature. It is the universe singing to us. And Kaktuslav has somehow unearthed it and come up with a paragraph of rules that is totally miraculous. Let me know in the comments how you got on. Please try it. Please share it, this one. That is an amazing, amazing puzzle. Just amazing. And we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.